Another video. This time we're talking about where I think I'm going to be a Geras main. The more I play him, the more I lab with him with Geras and Tremor. The more fun I have, the more I'm interested in playing this character over Rico. Rico might be like a second pick, or maybe I'll keep Rico in my main, but I'm having so much more fun playing this game with Geras than Rico right now. Partially because I figured out everything I can with Rico as far as like Rico and Tremor. But also Geras has just some really fun, interesting things he can do as a character, right? So the most unique thing about him is the clock, and you can do the Thanos snap eventually if you have all three. Any on screen, doesn't matter where you are, it is a 26, 28 frame mid that will freeze you no matter what. You could be like jumping back away from the opponent on the opposite side of the screen in the air, and it'll still catch you. If you don't block, you get caught, and then it can loop into itself because you can do this. I'm terrible, but you see the point. You can dash in a 1-2 grab into 2 clocks, and then from the plus frames of that knocked in, you throw clocks, so you can loop into itself in theory. And I've actually won matches by doing that. Just Thanos snap, back 1-2 clock, dash 1-2 grab into a clock after Oki. And I've won entire sets by doing that, and it's just fun, right? So this gives him a lot of screen presence, screen control, where people have to respect it. If they don't respect it, they start getting clipped by the sand trap, which is low damage, but it's something, right? It's 5%. If you spin the bar, of course, it does a delayed timer. Excuse me. Does delay the timer, and you can like do, I guess, like arm break setups or like tick throws. You can set up any button you want to tick throw and command grab. Which the thing I'll say about this, right, is this, right? The hard part about going from Rico to Geras is that Rico and Xiao actually, they both get full combos off their command grabs, so they get actually respectable damage off their grabs, even if, like the idea of like, oh, they duck my grab. If you don't spend 2 bars of Rico, if they duck your grab, it's like, okay, well, my grab would have done about 30% or 25 or whatever it would have been. And same with Xiao. Xiao's about 20-25% off an armored grab, like his grab is armor. So it's like the trade-off is a little fair, right? Even if it's like, generally speaking, most characters will do about 35 or 40, like I'm still doing respectable damage, right? Depending on how many bars I spend and what's going on. That's my biggest gripe with trying to do this with Geras, is I don't know how to get the command grab to do combos. I know I've seen stuff where you do like grab and the sand trap detonates and blows them up, and then like a cameo pops them higher, and like it takes a lot more effort, a lot more setup to do it than Xiao and Rico. But I think the trade-off is that, again, Xiao has an armored grab and Rico has a mid one, so it's easier for them to implement those grabs, plus their grab animations are longer, so it's easier for ambush cameos to come in and help. But Geras has tick throws off almost every single button, so it starts to turn into a mind game where instead of like, okay, let me just do stand 2-1 tick throw, like 12%, right? 12% grab, right? Instead of just that, now it's the threat of into whatever B&B you can think of with Tremor and Geras, right? Do whatever combos, and especially with Tremor, because of the rock uppercut, it gets a lot more combo freedom, a lot more variety, a lot more of like what I like in the character, right? So I would do this, like a lot of all the air grab stuff, right? Which I like because I like my, right? I like all like the tombstones, no flexes and suplexes and whatever else. It's a lot of fun, right? I like my grabs, I like my grapples, so that makes it more fun. Plus you could do, of course, your combos. It's about like 27%, I assume. This. Of course, you can get more than that, of course, if you do. Let's see if I can get whatever it is. Let's see, I don't remember, but anyway, the point is you can get a lot more because you start the combo with Tremor, or you do the sand pillar or sand trap, and then near the end of the combo you freeze them and do more hits, blah blah blah. But again, it's just so much more variety in what Geras can do. Especially because things like, 2-1 is a high overhead. I think 2-1 might be his better jab string. I know 1-2 is the clock stack, and it is respectable damage for what it is, right? It's like, what, I think 15% just for stand 1. which is low damage for just a basic string. Right? Not really. I'm sorry. It's good damage for a string by itself, and it builds a clock stack. So it's like two for one, right? But I think 2-1. It's high overhead into high overhead, high grab, high overhead, low tremor, right? Or which is -12, which to some people they might have trouble punishing depending on the character and the situation. Or if I'm feeling risky, right, and at that point you start doing whatever you want, right? I don't know, man. Like I'm the fact that, of course, Geras, like the Oki you get off this kind of grab doesn't seem like a lot. Like it's not like a lot of advantage to go off of. But you were close enough, you always go for it, jump in, right? So whatever jump in combos you can think of, whatever B&B you can think of. And then at that point, one thing I do a lot is actually just dash into forward 2-4, because if you get it quick enough or tight enough, you'll dash into forward 2 and it will cover them trying to jump. And of course, like if they're waking up block, of course it'll be fine. But also, if they try and backdash the forward 2-4, should lunge far enough to catch them trying to move back. It doesn't break armor or nothing, but it just helps, right? The other one you can do is you can do like dash into back one, because back one has stupid range. Like go for it, like they're just. He scoots across the screen. He's like, hello, I'm here now. The other thing I like to do is when I get this command grab, and I have the option, I'll backdash into full clock stacks. At which point they have to worry about the clocks. And like I mentioned earlier, it's like the combos, because now instead of just doing a basic right into stand 1, forward 2-4, time breeze, blah blah blah. I get a lot more out of it. I mean, that's not using tremor, but you can do something like this. Right, if you have something really basic, you do that. Because again, it's the time breeze, whatever the last hit's gravity is. So if I do, not that, what is it? Tricky timing, of course, but you can do it. Next minute in the corner, you can actually do some interesting stuff. Try right in the corner. Because the gravity is so good on this rock uppercut, you can do like stand 3 into down back 4, stand 3, command grab, or whatever you can think of, and then you're going to just do whatever. That's not a great example, but it's an idea. Every day you do like forward 1-2 grab, and then you have the Oki to just do another grab right there. This doesn't include, like, of course, like Tremor having a, I think 12.5% grab or 12%, like, it's pretty decent damage, and the Oki off Tremor's grab is pretty good. You can hold the jump in, do another one if you want, or you can always, I think you can actually back on the rage. Let's see. So I'm not moving. The back one reaches, like you can medium whatever you want, pressure whatever you want, Tremor's grab. Of course, Geras being Geras, I would just do this if I wanted. So 12% grab, 24%, boom, pretty quick. Of course, Geras' back grab is okay. Feels like there's not a lot of Oki to work with there, but you can do whatever. Now, the other big kicker with Tremor is if you of course, the forward punch is safe, right? So it's -3 or whatever, -5. But, of course, it's the highest, people can duck it. Now, that opens more mind games because people try to duck and they get launched for full combo. With Geras hitting as hard as he does, they probably don't want to do that, right? It's not a good idea. But it makes your forward 4-4 safe. So you could do it like this. Okay, I dropped it, but you see, like the last hit should have linked to it or whatever, but but you can see like just tremor and aftershock alone like helps so much, especially with neutral. Like just having a decent like 7.5% damage low from that far away for Geras helps because his backline has pretty good range. His forward, like he has a forward 3 and a low. Like it's not the greatest mix in the world, but it's an option. I don't know, man. Like I Geras and Tremor just feels so good to use. Like the animations are so much fun. You can do like that's just I don't know, man. The combos feel so creative, and because of like Tremor's like rock sounds, it sounds a lot cooler than just Geras on his own. Excuse me. Like I don't really have a reason. Excuse me again. To swap out of Aftershock, because as much as in the last video I praised like switching into armor and switching into metallic, for this like. I will use it if I need the extra frames, because again, you're like plus 50 or whatever off the little boulder and overhead boulder. I'll use it mostly to get a stack of time. But like the forward plus 4 block thing, not that great. The up, like not the best thing, but you can use it in combos for Geras if you'd like. Realistically for Geras, I find Aftershock and Crystalline to be the most effective. Because after Crystalline, you have the reflect / invincible wake up, which again helps reflect stuff. You have time to build clocks or throw sand traps of your own, or wake up with it, which is I think is a better wake up than his sand trap one. I'm not sure, or sand whatever. And of course the armor. The armor is a big one because the giving a character with this many tick throws a way to not be punished for tick throwing is kind of nuts. When you sit down and think about like. See how easy it is to apply the armor. So like if I just do, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Like, yeah, you're sacrificing damage for your combos and stuff, but it's just it adds more command grabs in the mix, more grapples in the mix, and it's fun, right? As I mentioned, the thing I appreciate about like Geras and air to airs is that. Let's have him jump.
Escape. Jump forward.
Like, yeah, pretty. I mean, of course, everyone else can do this as well, but it just feels really good with Geras. About 30% for net air to air. Of course, the obvious one is just this. And then boom. Boom, right? So I don't know. His air-to-air anti-air game is really strong. He has a good ground game because he has crazy good range. I don't know, like I said, the more I play him, the more I experiment with him. I still haven't like fully incorporated like the, what is this? Like the back forward 3, like the thing where to pull it back or whatever. Like I haven't really incorporated that. I haven't really started using the double clones. Like I haven't used as much tools as applicable for this character. Same with like the timed sand, right? Like I know it's good, like obviously that's a timed launcher, right? So long as that's on screen, you have to worry about it like launching you, and that can also tick throw. So like the tick throwing potential launcher, like that's kind of nuts. And of course, what is it? I think the what was it? It was something basically so you could like launch with your command grab off back 1-2 with clone or something. Like there's so much to this character, so much more fun. It is a little bit of a struggle sometimes, yes, but and like the biggest thing that I'm losing with swapping from him to Rico is that Rico gets way more damage on his command grab by itself, so like his strike throw is better. But Geras has a lot more universal like utility. So I don't know. What do you guys think about this breakdown? Just quick thoughts. Again, I know we tried to get a lot of information from the previous video, but I just feel like talking about Geras and showing off some stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.